figured out the NGO problem, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Essentially, I kind of operated like an ISM activist without strings attached to one particular place, which I think is a really beautiful thing. But that's just kind of where I found myself. I am a photographer, so I was basically documenting and supporting the popular resistance struggles in various villages around the West Bank, helping edit English press releases, and yeah, it was an educational experience. It radicalized my political perspectives hugely. I've been lefty for a long time, but it knocked me over the cliff of, yeah. I was so blessed by my Palestinian friends. They were my saving grace in terms of, I had a conversation with one particular close friend close to before I left, and in terms of those protests, it's similar to what Emily was talking about. I mean, you're marching and you're running and you're getting roughed up by soldiers and dodging tear gas and rubber bullets and that sort of thing, and sometimes it's crazier and other times it's less crazy. And you learn a lot about yourself, that's for sure. But so in terms of that, like the international community funneling through and going to demonstrations, which is important, it's so important to adopt a posture of humility and kind of a perpetual education in understanding and listening to what Palestinians want you to do when you're there, and to hear the voices that get frustrated with the constant stream of internationals that come through. And so I had one voice in particular that just had a conversation, and it's a very hospitable environment, incredibly hospitable. Having traveled a decent amount in the third world, it's insane how much warmth and generosity that you receive, especially coming from where we are coming from as America. And anyway, so this conversation with this person basically calling me out and saying, this better not be a set of awesome experiences or some grand adventure. Like, if it's just that, then khalas, you never should have come. Like, so that is something that I constantly have to remember, because you do enter the West Bank with an insane amount of privilege. And there's all sorts of tiers, which is just crazy, and I'm at the top, and that's a tricky thing to navigate, and there are resources